friends, ASAPO family, and you know by now, if you're following us, that we do every Wednesday Inspirational Wednesdays. And usually we get like posts for you, facts for you, and other people that, you know, inspire us on a daily basis. But today I have such a pleasure to talk to you and introduce to Dimitrios, and he will talk to you and to me about his experience and his story. So thank you very much.
I thank you very much, and I'm very glad to be here and to be able to speak and tell you my story.
Yeah. So we just met on a training here in Palermo, and of course then my brain goes everywhere. So I think he will be a great inspiration. And so tell us a little bit more of your background, the story.
Okay. First of all, I come from Greece and I am 29 years old. Okay. I was born, without any disabilities. I had a bike accident when I was 20 and a half years old, okay? It was, so heartbreaking at the start. You have to deal with depression. You have to change your whole perspective. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what you will be able to do. You have to go through the surgeries. Stuff don't go well. You have to try again. You fail, and it's pretty much. I'm not gonna say always, but many people who have encountered an accident or have to go through some surgeries, almost everybody faces the same stuff. Things don't go well, you try again, something goes well, or it doesn't go completely well. So you have to deal with that on the psychological part.
Yeah. Is it a lot of pressure on you?
Now?
Yeah. Before, no, immediately after the accident, was there a lot of pressure on you?
Immediately after the accident, well, I want to say that it also matters a lot what you were doing before the accident. For example, I was playing football. I was also in here in Greece. We serve 9 months in the army.
Yes,
it's mandatory for all men. I was in the paratrooper team, and I'm only saying this to tell you that I was highly athletic, and my job was, needed movement. I needed my legs. So it was a huge change for me. I am saying this because when the accident happened, I couldn't do literally anything that I used to do before. If my hobbies or my job were something that I could do, I think that might have been easier. Okay? So I think that's very important to say. Immediately after the accident, I had no idea what's gonna happen. I had taken it a bit lightly because I said, okay, 2 or 3 months and I'll be fine. I'll be walking. Maybe I'll have, pain when winter comes with the humidity, and that was gonna be it. But that didn't happen. The years started to pass. I lost many kilos. I think I was 80 when the accident happened, and then I was 45 or 46.
Okay.
Yeah. And, after year, we added something. I'm not going to talk specifically about the surgeries themselves because it gets too complicated.
But it was a long process.
It was a very long process, and without knowing where I'd get. Okay, because I hit my right leg in the first place, but then my kidneys stopped working. I had problem with my hand. I had problem with my other leg. So we did some surgeries. I think about 10 or 11. I have done 20 in total. So the first surgeries were for stuff that I haven't injured in the first place. Okay. In addition, when you lie in bed for a long time, a lot of health problems start to appear that you wouldn't have otherwise. So it's been almost 9 years since the accident. I spent almost 1 year, completely lying down. I used to puke when I stood up to eat. Yes, because
such a pressure on the body.
Not pressure. How you feel when you stand up fast. I felt that thing when I used to sit. Okay, so time after time became better. After 7 or 8 months, I got in a car for the first time, and I remember that the sounds were too loud and the lights were too fast. I was very cold because I have lost much weight.
Yes.
And firstly in the wheelchair, then I took another wheelchair that I could move by myself because the first one somebody else moved. I started being more free regarding the movements, bed, wheelchair, or
more sufficient on yourself.
Yes, I reached the point when I was, completely. I didn't need somebody. I could cook. I could go to the bathroom, etc. And then about 3 years, I think, since the accident, I decided to move alone, which was a huge step. I remember I had the stairs, that place, but all these difficulties, they make your will stronger.
Yeah.
I was very lucky that I had very nice people around me, friends and family. I mean, my parents were divorced, but
Support.
they supported me together, putting their differences aside. I was very lucky to have amazing friends, which when they saw that I was down psychologically, that they did like a wake-up call, and they tried several times. And keep in mind that we were only 21, 22 years old. I mean, you don't expect that kind of maturity. So I was extremely lucky.
So you would say like support of family and friends is
yes,
very important.
It's crucial.
And it's lucky if you have that.
I'm very lucky I had that, because they also showed me some other people who had similar or more serious, more severe disabilities and what they could do. So that gave me huge inspiration. For example, I saw some guy who had 2 amputated legs above the knee, and I saw him climbing and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, if he can do it and he's like 50 years old.
So now you do it too?
No, I don't. I don't climb, but that was his thing.
Yeah,
okay?
but you hike. You say you hike.
Yeah, I hike. Okay, not with a 30-kilo backpack.
Yeah.
15.
Good.
The others carry the waters.
Oh, that's still a lot, huh?
Okay, and I had, I was athletic before, so I needed to feel that part of my life as well. For me, the 3 most important parts were relationships, especially with girls and the other gender. You have to find something to work so you can make your own money. This was the last that I completed, that I checked off my list. And you have to have a hobby, something to do in your free time, something that you like.
Yeah.
So I tried swimming, but I could swim, but it wasn't really my thing. So I was going to the gym before, so I decided doing it more seriously. And after that, I visited, a nutritionist, dietitian, and that's when I decided to become one myself. Okay, I found that.
So that's the 3rd box.
Yes, that's the 3rd box that I checked only 2 years ago.
Okay.
So when I became self-sufficient, I started to flirt again, go out, speak with people, and then at the same time, actually, I found a hobby. I ran wheelchair, the marathon, I think, which was many kilometers, or I used to go anywhere in the city, 10, 15 kilometers per day with a wheelchair, which is actually a lot easier than it sounds, because there are many, downhills where you can reach high speeds. And I was very lucky with my friends again, because they supported me all the way. We did activities that we could both participate, and step after step, after, I don't remember exactly the years, 3 years and a half, I finally walked, okay, with the crutches. At first I couldn't step on one leg at all. I could walk only 10 meters, then I got tired, 15, 20, 100, and it went very slow, okay? For many years I used the wheelchair at home in order to, do the chores in the house. For example, I remember I used to put the vacuum on my lap and go like that.
Yeah.
And then, for no particular reason, I started walking more, and I said, okay, maybe now I can, I think my girlfriend had, cleaned the floor, and she told me, oh, I have the wheelchair, but I need to go to the bathroom, okay? So I said, okay, I really need to go. So I walked, with the furniture and stuff, and because my condition is very unique, every person's condition is unique. For example, I have a neurological problem in my left leg, have a neurological problem on my right, every condition is very unique, so the doctors cannot tell you exactly in these situations you're gonna walk in 6 months. You're gonna walk, for example, when you do I don't know the English word, surgery on your knee. They tell you 2 weeks the stitch. We remove the stitches. 1 month we do this. It's not so straight. Okay, you have to work a lot along with your therapist, physio. I mean the physio. Which I wasn't lucky at first, but because I encountered, everybody wants money and it's a business for them. But then I met some very nice people that wanted to cooperate with me and work with me, and I was very lucky. Actually, everything was lucky and unlucky at the same time. I mean, there were some surgeries that I had 95% success rate and I got the 5. And there are other surgeries that I had 5% success rate and I got the 5. So I think I'm lucky. Okay, and regarding the accident itself and regarding the outcome.
Okay.
Yes.
And when it comes to sports, like you live in Athens.
Now in Thessaloniki.
Okay.
I moved with my girlfriend in Thessaloniki.
Do you think that for the sports opportunities that the either community or the city provides, do you think you have access to them?
Okay, that I'll talk about Greece because this is what I know. Okay, I'd say Greece is medium level in terms of accessibility. You will not be able to go everywhere, but you will be able to go to many places. For example, in Palermo, I see many, I don't know how it's called, the place in the sidewalk.
Okay.
Okay, I see more cars parked here than in Thessaloniki, for instance. Okay. Now everybody has to look for his own hobby. I think there are teams for basketball. I have thought about that too. I've seen, rugby, American football. I also wanted to try that. I tried some boxing because I used to do martial arts before and I tried that, but that didn't work too well for me because I could I could punch, but martial arts are much more than that. It's not only sitting still and punching. There is boxing, I think, in the Paralympics, I'm not sure, but it wasn't my thing. I wanted to do something that I would be able to almost do it in a way that I could compete. Okay, I like competition, not in a bad way, but I like to, with myself, of course. For example, in the gym. Okay.
It motivates competition.
Yeah. We'll say that we only compare with ourselves, but it's nice if others do the same thing and you go, I did this. Okay, it motivates you to do more. So I was going to the gym before and I started working out at home because I was kind of embarrassed maybe to go to the gym and it went very well for me and I started becoming stronger and bigger and stronger because that's the thing of bodybuilding, you want to put on more mass, more muscle in a natural way, of course, and that comes along with my choice for profession. So I started working out at home. I bought some dumbbells. I bought, a bar. I bought all this, and the gym works very well for the kind of disability that I have. I cannot work out my legs the way I could or the way somebody else does, but I can work my whole other body. And my one leg, it's like I have half a leg. Okay? So I work out what I can. And I can compete to these factors with everybody else. And maybe even better, I may have an advantage because I use my hands, for example, for many more activities during the day. And my hands, my arms were my weakest part before the accident, but they became the strongest after. I would suggest highly that everybody that has a disability follows some kind of sport and activity because many people with disabilities, although it's not the rule, suffer in the beginning if it is a disability that they got at some point in their lives. They suffer from depression, which is completely normal. Many people suffer from depression. I believe sport can help you go through that. You have a goal, you achieve it, you feel better. And sport by itself, if we take it to the level of hormones, I think when you do a task that requires athletic ability, it's about endorphins and stuff like that. You feel serotonin, you feel better that way. You finish your training, you go home, you take a bath, you eat, and you feel peace. Okay, I did that today. And small task, it goes a long way.
Okay. Well, that was it. I couldn't say it any more better. Sport motivates you and helps you through life in any kind of situation that we have. Thank you very much for sharing the story.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
And see you next Wednesday. Bye.
See you.